What up guys, I'm Thales and we're back with another how to slice. So let's go to the video. So this is the stretching monkey. As you can see, this is a really nice model. It's kind of a articulated model and it looks quite nice. So in this video, we're going to be checking out the best print settings to print it. So let's start. As you can see, this is quite big model and it looks really cute. So let's go to the print settings. Over here in layer height, we're gonna be decreasing this value to around 0.18 millimeters so we can get a extra quality print. As for vertical shells, we're gonna leave it at 3. 3 is a really nice value because it's gonna have a really rigid model. So as this is a really nice toy or decoration model, sometimes you're gonna give this to a kid and it needs to be rigid so the kid doesn't break the model. So we're gonna be leaving at 3 vertical shells. As for infill, we're gonna be increasing this value to around 10%. As you can see, as this is a really big model and it's really dense, so there's a lot of internal parts right here. In all of the parts, we can be decreasing this value to around 10% just so we can get some let's save some filament, because we got the precious filament, we buy the filament, we need to reduce a little bit of the usage. As for fill pattern, we're gonna leave it at gyroid. Gyroid's a really nice infill pattern because it prints in waves, so your printer never goes on a straight line. And this reduces the chance of risk while printing the infill. So this is quite nice. As for skirt and brim, we're gonna be printing, we do not need any brim actually. This is a model that we got a good bed adhesion. So as you can see, we got a lot, these parts, they got a good bed adhesion. And if you add brim to some articulated models, sometimes it's quite hard to remove and it ruins the effect of a articulated model. So we're not going to be adding brim. As for support material, we do not need any support material. This model, it's got overhang, so this is the overhang at an angle that your printer can print without any support. So your printer can be printing this without adding any support under the model, because this model is optimized for printing. And as you can see over here, let's go to the print speed, and we do not need to change any of the speed. This is a model that's quite big. The only critical parts is the bridge that we got going on inside here, because this arm doesn't touch. But your printer can do this quite fine. We do not need to reduce so much of the speed. We can be printing at the standard print speed. So as you can see, this is a bridge because it doesn't touch and doesn't have any support. But your printer can be doing this quite fine. You do not need to worry. We do not need to reduce so much of the printing speed because this is a really big model. If it was tiny parts, it's always recommended to reduce the speed because your printer doesn't sometimes have the precision while in high speeds. So let's just slice to take a look. So as you can see, we have slice and it's going to take 11 hours and 50 minutes to print this model. If we reduce all of the layers, you'll see that this is kind of a complex model because it has some bridges. So if we take a look right here, this is a bridge. So it's gonna print in the middle of the air. So it's gonna go from one point to the other point without any support. But as you can see, it's gonna print quite fine and this is done. It's gonna look really nice, our monkey. If we go to speed, you'll see that it reduces the speed while printing some small perimeters. So this looks fantastic. So as for the multicolor version, as you can see, the multicolor version enhances the model. So it looks quite nice. Always printing in multicolor. You can be printing with the same configurations that I have shown you before. But for a multicolor version, I always recommend printing more than one model in the build plate. This way, you're going to get, if you print just one model, it's going to waste with the tower and flushed filament. But if you print two models, it's going to waste the same amount of filament, so having just one prime tower and flushed filament. But having two models, you're going to get two models and it's going to waste the same amount of filament. So this is quite nice. It's really important to print more than one model when printing with a multicolored printer. So this is a really nice tip while printing multicolor. Just make sure you fit all of the models in the build plate. You're gonna have to do some rotations and it will fit all together. So the model is ready to print. Make sure to check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STLflix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.